Yes, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Carefree Lewis G. Welcome back to another live review. That was not the most easiest of 90 minutes. I'll also say what an ugly, ugly win, but what a W nonetheless. We said that we just wanted to walk in, we wanted to get 3 points, and we wanted to walk out with those 3 points, and that's exactly what we did. We are now a point off Liverpool in fourth place. Granted, not the best of victories, but there were some good performances in between there. I do also want to say, and I will exactly be shameless about it right now, big up the Danish Maldini with yet another solid performance. I will go round and say it, probably our best centre-back today. I want to say right now, make sure you man's apology is as loud as the fucking disrespect that you lot had on this guy. I told you, one of the best options that you could have on the bench in terms of an injury if we needed to put someone else into the squad. You man said weak. You man said fairy. You man said this guy weren't built out for the level. I saw him perform better than Rüdiger did. I saw him perform better than Aspi did today. This guy had a great performance. I'm not going to sit here and say world class, but I'm going to give him his flowers when it's due because no one else gives him his flowers when it's due. They're always the quick one to say he's a fairy, say he's a wimp. I didn't see no fairy today. I saw a guy who was commanding. First 10 minutes, I will say, and it goes for the entire back three. None of them were really up to scratch, and we started the game poorly. Sheffield United were on our neck since minute one. But we came more and more into the game as the first half progressed. The midfield started getting a bit more confident. Like I think for a lot of players, we didn't start that game out the way that we should have. And we were on the back foot for at the very least the first 20, 25 minutes. But Kovacic and Jorginho started getting more involved in the game. Timo Werner was very energetic, even though his first touch continued to let him down. He was still creating a lot of chances. And then the first goal came off our first real decent cutback from Timo Werner. Good setup from Ben Chilwell as well on the left-hand side. And Mason Mount smashed it in with his weak foot as well to make it 1-0 Chelsea. We saw it off until half-time. Second half came round, and then we just had what was probably just a massive disaster class from Antonio Rüdiger. There's no words to describe it. Put the ball into his own back net. It was a howler of the highest order from him. But then as soon as we're sitting there raging about that one incident, Timo Werner's already forward, then we've got a penalty. Jorginho hits it with his same usual technique, and it's 2-1 Chelsea. Suddenly, any worries are now back in the back of our heads, but we also have to try and see the game out from that point too. They were pressing us a lot, Sheffield United. I've been saying as well, they're bottom of the table, but the way they play as a team, they should be a lot higher up. It's just a case that they never really see these games out. They always seem to have these little howlers at random periods of the game, and they just throw it out. And today was just yet another example of that. But when we needed to be, we were composed. Rüdiger, I'll give him credit. After that error, it was a faultless performance from him. But the error's always there with Antonio Rüdiger, and that's always what I'm worried about. But regardless, you've seen it out. We're now in a point off top four. Liverpool have Leicester City next. I'm confident for the coming games as well. Scott, I'm going to go to you first. What are your thoughts on today, mate?
I agree with you with a lot of what you said. I agree that what you said about Christensen. I've never rated Christian personally. I didn't think that he was. Some of the stuff you mentioned, I didn't think he was physical enough. I didn't think that defensively he was good enough. I thought he was brilliant today. I thought that he was definitely, I thought for me, the best defender on the pitch, apart from maybe Reece James. But I think most of Reece James, the best we saw of him when he was further up the pitch, rather than defensively. I agree with you in some aspects about Rudiger after the own goal, but for me, the own goal and then the subsequent challenge for what could have been a penalty, I will say I've seen them given those types of penalties this season, whether or not they should be given or not. I've seen them given. I think that for me, it kind of showed that he's not up to the level entirely. When you've got Christensen not playing for most of the season, coming in and putting in a good performance, regardless of who we're playing, and Rudiger, who's played the last few games, coming in and putting in a subpar performance, or maybe not subpar, an average performance, let's say, overall. I think that it shows that maybe he's not there. Going forward, I thought we were a bit shaky to begin with, but I thought, like you said, after the goal and in the second half, we were a lot better. We started to come into the game more. Werner's movement, again, I keep saying it, I'll keep saying it, is brilliant. It's second to none in this team in terms of the runs he makes. It's absolutely second to none. and finally someone found him on one of those runs. Finally, it's only taken about 30 runs, but someone's finally found him. And yeah, and his reaction for the penalty, to get on the pass back from the Sheffield United player and to get the ball around Ramsdale, I thought was good. But yeah, we were saying on the watch along, the first half performance overall wasn't good. It really wasn't good. Bar the goal, it really wasn't good. But the second half performance I thought was very good, bar the obvious. And I
Ryan,
thought
I've sent you a link already, bro.
yeah, I think overall we deservedly won that game. I think overall.
Yeah, I think overall we were still the better of the two sides, but the first half it was a lot more tighter. I do want to ask a question about Jovic as well, because we saw the best and the worst of them for today. But how does that leave you in your perception of them? Do you still think that's a formation? It's a two-man midfield we can trust, or do you think that there's holes in the team as well?
I think there's holes, and I think there will be holes until next season, until we can make some changes to bring new players in, if we bring a new player in or not, or we change it up slightly and go something different. But with what we've got at the minute, I'm still happy with it. It's just, I think the reaction from both of them was slow to begin with. But as we said, the half went on, they got more into it. Jorginho, as we were seeing a lot of times, his movement's very good. His half turns, like the way he was dummying players, his passing, I think, is still really good. And then with Kovacic, it's the same things where his movement with the ball was very good, and his progression in terms of taking the ball was very good. But more often than not, his passing let him down again. And it's the same problems we're seeing. I think at the minute it's fine, especially with you've got Kante to come back into that mix. But I think come the summer, it's something that may need to be addressed.
Yeah, you're saying Jorginho's passing in general, because I like them, but I do get what you're saying in the case of sometimes they might just be a bit too underhit.
Oh, no, I'm saying I like Jorginho's passing. It's Kovacic's passing that gets me worried.
If anything, I thought Kovacic's passing was better today than the Burnley match.
Oh, yeah, it was great. Because today.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it wasn't as good. It wasn't better than that, but it's still not to the level it needs to be. That's my thing.
What do you think we're missing?
Just that final thing from him. It's just that it's the same thing we keep saying. It's the final output. It's that final unlocking of a pass. I see it although it doesn't happen too much from either of them. I see it a lot more from Jorginho. I'm seeing it a lot more at times than I'm seeing it from Kovacic. That's what I'm saying. And I don't think you can afford to have that where one midfielder basically in terms of his output offers nothing unless they were purely a defensive midfielder, like a Declan Rice almost.
Okay, so what is it? It's a case that you think he's too slow with it?
I honestly don't know what it is. I genuinely, with the passing, I don't know what it is. I genuinely don't know what it is. The shooting, like as we saw, he's still got that problem where he can't seem to hit the target for love nor money. But passing, I genuinely don't know what it is.
Scott, you're talking about like during the past couple games where he just like underhits like the final through ball, or he misses like a key pass that could lead. Like, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like today, like it was actually like he watched what you said during the game on what was it, Thursday against Tottenham, right? Because dude, I mean today he was making those passes. He was looking everywhere. He was making the right pass. That's what I like today. It was, even though they weren't always perfectly hit, at this time it was better than it was against Burnley and against Tottenham, because he wasn't underhitting them. He might have been a little overhitting them, just a tiny bit, but they were still getting there at the very least. But for today, it was actually better than the past couple of times. So like that's why I wanted to give him a bit more credit today, because he actually did make those passes that we wanted him to make.
That's fair. To be fair, it might just be that I'm expecting too much. Like, it might just be I'm expecting a bit too much from him, and that's if it is, that's on me. But like, I have the same.
No, because you know what he can be, and that's the thing we've always said with Kovacic. Regardless of how good his performances are on the pitch, we also know how much further he can take it. Like, I see Kovacic as someone who could potentially be one of the best centre mids in the league, but it's always just a little bit too far off with him. Like, if his final ball was just that much quicker, I'd see it a bit more.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I have a similar problem with Rüdiger, and a lot of people get gassed about Rüdiger's like passing, and like I don't, because unless it directly leads to a goal, like he gets the assist, I can see that from every defender at the club. So if he can do it, I don't care because every defender can do it. I want him to be good at defending, and he's not for the most part.
This is a jarring thing, and I'll say the same thing for Christensen, where it's the case of I've always said you give him time, there's a quality player in there. And I haven't seen a lot of mistakes from Christensen this season. Same thing with Rüdiger. There hasn't been as many from him, but he's just looked like he's had those lapses of concentration a lot more than I see from any other centre back.
Yeah, but then I think that's the thing. You then those lapses are fine if you're playing for a mid-table team or if you're like an average footballer. Where we want to go and where we want to be, we can't have those type of players. Or if we do have those players, they're like fourth choice. They can't be starting.
Yeah, Dag, also chat to me as well. What did you think of our defence today?
Again, it's just those little lapses of judgment that always leads to a mistake. But let's be perfectly honest, they were pretty damn clean today. Like they were mopping up whatever Sheffield United was trying to play. Because let's be perfectly honest, this Sheffield United team, like we know they're called a low block, right? But they're not like a Burnley low block, or they're not like like what Tottenham were doing the other day, right? Like they were actually like attacking us whenever they had the ball, like they were coming at us. And I wouldn't like, the problem with them is that they're defensively they're so solid, but they just can't, like they literally can't buy goals. They literally can't buy goals. Dude, they spent like 30 million on Ryan Brewster and he hasn't done nothing, not a lick, right? And so it's just they just tried to keep attacking us, and then let's be perfectly honest, Rüdiger, yes, he made that mistake, but after that he did pretty clean. Like he was mopping up everything they tried to throw away. That one chance that they had when they were going down the
line. Yeah, go on. What were you saying?
Yeah, but that one chance when they were going down the line and Rüdiger just literally like slid in and then he made it go back. He got a goal kick out of it, and it was like those were the like he had that lapse of judgment where he passed it back to Mendy and it went in, right? But then he had the other side of it where he made the correct decision and slide tackled like to block the pass instead of trying to slide tackle the actual attacker, right? And so again, it's this wishy-washy thing that hopefully we can like, once we get like more consistent game time, once we get more consistent play, hopefully it can, disappear. But if it doesn't, we got to call Mr. Roman and we got to start shopping because, I mean, dude, let's be perfectly. If we're going to use a 3 center back system, we do not have enough center backs for that, like quality center backs for that, because they're going to have to be left alone if we want our wingers to actually attack, right? So we're going to need a fast center back, right? Which we had with Tomori, but then we decided to loan him away. But
Tomori's one where it's just like he's done, he's going. No matter what you want to look at, he's finished. He's not coming back.
They won 4-0 today.
Yeah, and he must have been playing in that one as well. Obviously, I'm not sure if he's going to break in. Well, what's his name? Is it Kaja? How do you pronounce his name? The AC Milan centre. You know who I'm on about. He ain't exactly gonna displace him, but any of the other centre backs, I think he's got a good shot at displacing. And if Paolo Maldini's already co-signed this guy and he hasn't even stepped foot into AC Milan yet, he's
pretty good.
What was that?
Romagnoli's pretty good.
He's pretty good, but I think there'll be more of a competition with him and Tomori than there will be between Kaja and him, because he's meant to have been one of the best centre backs in Italy this season. So even when he comes back from injury, I don't expect him to have any issue getting back into the lineup. Yeah. Someone said, "Where's Vitmus?" He might be showing up later. It depends. I've already sent him the link anyway. Tyrese, chat to me, bro. What are your thoughts on the game today?
To be honest, it was a very good performance. We had to work very hard for that, but I think honestly, I love Tuchel, but I probably would have gone for a different option because the way how Shefield was playing the first half, we needed someone that was a bit more creative. I probably wouldn't have gone for Giroud because he was ineffective today. Didn't really do much today. I probably would have started Hakim Ziyech. I think he would have been a better option for today. Because we know his record against the lower blocks, like what he did against Burnley and Sheffield before. Maybe could have been a better option today. But apart from that, I think Timo Werner played well today. He played very well because, to be honest, we wouldn't have 2 goals if it wasn't for him because he set up Mason Mount's goal and he also won us the penalty. I just really wish that he got the penalty. He got himself a goal, but he went off injured. Hopefully, he's fine. But yeah, we all work hard for that. Rüdiger, ugh, I'm telling you, he was behind me.
Oops, accident. Sorry, guys.
Uh,
Totally didn't mean to do that.
Rüdiger was poor for that era, but I think he made up for that with a solid performance because we have to be honest. He saved us a lot in those close minutes. He saved us a lot. Christensen, he played really well. Okay, I got
give my guy his flowers.
I got to big up the AC high for sure.
Let's go.
But I think anyone in that match played well. That's the equator worked his socks off to me. He could have been better in some certain situations, but he worked hard, got himself forward well. With him, he worked hard. Chilwell to me was probably one of the worst players on the pitch. I didn't think he was that good. So I probably agree with him coming off. In midfield, I still want to see better with the final ball, as I told you, but that's not going to be done in just like 12 days. That Tuchel's been in club now for like 12 days. That's going to take a while. So I'm impressed by the performance. We defended well, very, very well. We defended very well. We moved forward well. But it's just the final ball that I have an issue with, and also with us closing off the games. And I'm actually surprised I'm saying this. I'm actually not afraid of us like not killing off games anymore because we're defending so well. It's not really worrying me at the moment. Probably underneath a different manager, regardless if it was Lampard. Sorry, anyone. I'm probably a bit more scared, but we're defending so well. I like this back five system, but for me, we need to be more fluent. But that system that's gonna take a while for these players to get accustomed to. But we played well, man. We got the 2 goals. There was a good goal by Mason Mount, cracker with his left foot. It was a good one. It was a penalty from Jorginho. Then other than that, poor mistake by Rüdiger. He made up for it. So I didn't really have any problems with the performance besides some scrappiness we saw. But we're gonna cut that out. Now we have the FA Cup game coming up, so we're away from the league for a bit, and I'm telling you, if we play like that in a different league game, it could have been a different result. But now we have some
we ain't got nothing to worry about with anyway, do we?
Yeah, we did.
Players that we didn't see play this game, they'll be playing the next one.
Yeah, and once we just have to go and just focus on our next fixture because I think we play well. To be honest, like, it wasn't good, it wasn't great, but it was just an in between performance, and that gets sometimes. You gotta work like that.
Yeah, I want to ask a question for the panel as well. We need to have a question about our left wing backs because Chilwell came on, didn't have the best of performances for about 60, 75 minutes. Marcos Alonso came on. Well, I'll give Chilwell his flowers for the build up to the assist for the first goal because that was decent, to be honest. But other than that, it was a bit of a quiet performance from him. Marcos Alonso came on for the last 15, 20 minutes. Didn't really light the show up either. He had a few clangers as well. What is our answer going to be in that position? Because I've already said I'm not too sold on Marcos Alonso, and Chilwell ain't really giving me much to go off either. Dag, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on our play on the left-hand side?
Look, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, right? I only wanted to get Chilwell because I was like, if Ashley Cole, if Frank Lampard, if everyone is telling me that this guy is the next English left back, right? All right, go for it. We're all good. But I'm telling you, man, that guy is on fraud watch right now because I don't know what it is, but it just seems like he just can't get the ball out of his feet in less than 3 touches. Like he refuses to use his right. He absolutely refuses to use his right foot. For what reason, I do not know. I don't understand. It's not that hard. You can literally just sweep, and you can, if you sweep your right foot, he will still be able to make contact. I don't understand why he just refuses to not use it. And it causes him to take too many touches, and it causes the defenders to get up on him. And to be perfectly honest, man, I really don't know. Actually, to be perfectly honest, Reece James didn't do that bad at right wing back today, so I wouldn't mind seeing Callum on the left or Pulisic if he wants to use him, because the way that Mount is playing right now, I don't think he's gonna get dropped. So since Havertz is out for a little bit, Ziyech can go on the left where Timo's at, and then Timo can go up top. Now, to be perfectly honest, I know Giroud didn't play that well today, but the fact that he was there allowed Timo to make all those runs. You know,
Giroud had a quietly influential performance. I thought his hold-up play was good. It was just there weren't really anyone to pick up on those loose balls.
and there was, again, it's a low block, so he was kind of isolated in the middle of the pitch, and then everyone was running around him, right? So, like with the left, I was low-key hoping we didn't see any crosses today. To be part, like if we want to be honest, we're trying to keep most of the places.
Yeah, what did you say? You broke up at the end of that.
Yeah, I was saying that I wanted to see some more crosses today because we had Chilwell, we had Reece James, you know those, and we had Olivier Giroud.
It made more sense not to play crosses because other than Giroud, we didn't really have options. But Giroud's always going to struggle with the aerial threat anyway. I said the one thing to worry about with Sheffield United was their aerial ability because they've got body attacking challenge in the air.
I just wanted to see one or two, like a little bit more crosses. Like they didn't have to be exactly from like specific positions. But, you know, there's, like, multiple ways that we can get the ball into the box, right? Even if it's on the...
I'm saying Reece James didn't have a good game either. I thought he was trying to cut inside too much today.
Is that... Whose feedback is that?
That might be me, my phone. Yeah, is that clearer now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, my phone always goes nearer and fucks up. But yeah, they're all saying Reece James had a bad game today. And I thought he was cutting inside way too much in this match anyway. He didn't have as much influence as we usually see.
Again, I really would have preferred to see Callum in that position. Because, if we're going to use a wing back in a complete attacking sense, and then you have your minor defensive duties, I would prefer it to be a winger. Because he also can cut inside and he can attack the defenders a little bit more. I love Reece James, but again, I feel like he's a little bit too burly to be doing all the dribbling moves, right? So, but other than that, man, I want to see Chilwell try and just release the ball faster. That's the only, I feel like if he does that, that look will allow him to get those given goals that he wants to do, but he can't because he takes 3 touches and the defender's all up on him. So we'll see what happens. But I do not think Alonso is the answer because the guy's just not fast enough. I'm sorry. He's just not fast enough. Unfortunately, he plays on the wings. Going up against the Suns and the Rashfords of the world. You think he's going to win? There's no way.
The only good thing about using Alonso there is playing all the balls through the right hand side and just having Alonso there drifting and getting a goal in it. But if that's the case, you might as well play up front, man. But the thing is, you see with wing backs, I don't know. I feel like if we have like Hudson-Odoi as a wing back, I feel like it's better than having Reece James there. Because I just feel like having a wing back who's gonna actually run at someone, especially with this formation where we have 2 inside forwards, you need your winger to kind of be good at dribbling as well and good at taking people on. That's why Hudson-Odoi look good in it. But I don't know. With Reece James there, I don't know. I'd rather see him as probably a right centre back, just getting up and down. And just maybe helping that Hudson-Odoi out and doing that Aspilicueta job. You get me? Because as a right wing back, I don't know, man. I don't know. Especially if we're gonna have Alonso on the other side, man.
I rate Reece James at right wing back because he's had good performance in there. Yeah. This has not been a good game for him.
This comment's pretty funny. He asked this Pulisic at the Super Bowl.
No.
There's no way he's at the Super Bowl.
To be honest, I just need to know, since you asked about the left wing back position, and I think Kozilla might have to speak at them quickly, but I'm just going to be fast here. Are we completely out the race for Alaba, or is he completely going to...
He's not a left wing back. He wouldn't be left wing back.
Yeah. Now, Alaba's probably going to be going to Real Madrid anyway. I don't think he's coming to us.
Yeah.
You say that.
Yeah, but if he was available, he did play left wing back for at Bayern Munich before, so it wouldn't have been that bad.
It would have been a great option, but I just don't see us having the option.
Yeah, no, I would prefer him as a replacement for Aspi if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Because, again, let's be perfectly honest. Come on, man. The man, he's getting there. It's just a matter of time. It's either one bad injury or he just starts
Asby?
starts aging. Yeah, like it's.
No, I thought Asby was okay today.
Asby's a
I'm
gem,
not
bro.
saying he wasn't bad. I'm not saying he wasn't bad. I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about the future. I'm talking. We need to have assurances in that position for the future.
Yeah. Aspilicueta, he's a great servant to this football club. His time isn't up yet. He has some time left, man.
He has some plays left, but I would prefer to see him stick to the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup role, where he doesn't have to exert too much and he's just there as like a proper replacement for.
Yeah, but he's not like on a Zimmer frame or nothing. He can still move around.
Yeah,
No, I understand, but like I don't want it to be like under Conte and Sarri, where he played literally every single minute of the season. Like I don't want.
I don't know. I feel like Aspilicueta's finished at playing right back at a high level. That's what I think. But I think as a right centre back, he can do it. You can see he still has I think he can be a regular right centre back. I think he's fine with that. Probably not every game like the Conte season, but yeah, I just think he's finished playing at right back or left back for like a whole season in the Premier League or being a right back in important games. You get me? But I think as a right centre back, I don't mind him, man.
Yeah, but he'd be a great option off the bench. Like as a number 2 option, I don't think we have much better than Asby, or we could ask for much better.
I agree.
Yeah, he's a gem for sure. Aspilicueta is a 100%. Very reliable.
Yeah, we gotta give him his flowers, man. But I would imagine if we have to get rid of him and we got Zach Costa instead of it as our option.
I think
the best thing that guy done was that Frankfurt game where he headed it off the line. But about that, I didn't know anything else he done for the club.
And that Carabao goal, don't forget about that one.
Yeah, that was some broken goal. That was Alonso broken goal type, man.
The whole of 17-18 was just broken in general.
Yeah, I can't lie. From the transfer window to
all of that, man.
We lost Arsenal twice, I think, there or something like that. I don't know. I swear we played Arsenal like 5 times that season. It was mad.
Yeah, we played them 5 times and we didn't beat him a single time.
Yeah, I can't lie. Heavy
Morata really had Conte's number back in them days. It was jarring.
Yeah.
Hey, Cos, are you about? Can we hear you?
Cozilla.
Yeah, Cos has been quiet. I don't even know if he's active right now. He's just been busting on the side, to be honest.
But I can't lie, yeah. Fair play to Sheffield United, man. They made it hard for us, man. It was a scrappy game, man. Especially that first half.
Good side, you know. I don't know how they're that low in the table.
I don't know. I think they just lose all their games like 1-0 or 2-0 or like.
Yeah, these men are just struggling.
Yeah, it's not even like they get spanked by everyone. I think we're the only people who spanked them 4-1. But other than that, I think they just lose like 2-1 or 1-0, and then they just lose games. But they don't make it look bad. Make it look like a respectable loss.
I'm gonna ask you lot this question anyway, and we've already spoken about it at the start. But we're gonna talk about it again. Andreas Christensen, man. I told you guys about this guy as a second option. And it's Cos here. Cos, can you hear us?
I'm here, bro. I'm here.
Yeah, Cos, in fact, perfect. Chat to us about the game, bro.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts?
For me, Timo, like, we needed that performance from Timo at the end of the day. Like, from the first minute to the minute he got subbed off, he was running at these guys like energized a bunch, you know what I'm saying? For me, he had a quality game, one of the best performances I've seen from him, apart from that Liverpool game that he played. Mason Mount, you know what I'm saying? He's undeniable at this point. Like, for me, I was always a skeptic of Mason Mount, but now there's no more denying it. You can't deny this kid. He's quality. For everything he does for us, off the ball, on the ball, you can't ask for a better center back in midfielder at that age, you know what I'm saying? So he puts it out. He puts it out every time for the team. Kovacic, fucking insane, man. Quality. I think Kovacic's going to the top. He just needs to work on his final ball and maybe his finish.
Oh my days, Kovacic annoys me.
Undeniable.
Let's talk about Kovacic, because it's a thing of two ways with him. I thought he had a much better performance today than he did in the game against Burnley, for example. I thought his final ball was a lot stronger.
Yeah, agreed. He had a great performance today. I understand what you're saying, Ryan. You're talking about the past and like the consistency that we want to see. But today there was a jump from the past two matches.
You put in a nice ball to Timo Werner, but there was just one time I think where he was running through and then Was that him or was that Mason Mount? I don't know. Someone, I think it was Kovacic, and then he kind of like under hit up. I don't know, somewhere in the
Yeah, but
final.
it's just a one-time thing. Like for the most part, I thought he was solid today.
He was solid.
Yeah, he was solid, man. I think he was the better pair of him and
The
Jorginho.
first 15 minutes was a little slow. Jorginho was kind of making a couple mistakes, but again, they just needed to warm up, get into the game. It was a cold night today, so they didn't really. I mean, shoot,
It definitely felt like a cold night for us. We started hella slow.
they were freezing out there, man. It was ice cold start, but hey, we picked it up, and you know what? Look, I'm very one person that I want to give credit to is Mason Mount, because I low key, if I was him, my confidence after Frank got fired, my confidence
the modern game, that's a penalty, didn't you? I hate using the modern game. It suggests that
Are you in the background?
different game nowadays.
I have no idea.
All right, I'll put it this way. That is the kind of
Is that you?
I'm muted, not me.
Yeah, Scott, that was him in the background. Yeah, you let us know when you're done. You probably listen to a post-match presser. With this in mind, though, I want to ask you guys, what are you guys' thoughts for the rest of the season now? Because we are a point off fourth place. Realistically, I've said for a while, everything is up for grabs. How far do you think we can realistically be looking at?
I think we can make it.
That's Chelsea, but you know, that's Chelsea fans, yeah. We're 1 point off the Scousers in it, but let's keep it quiet. Innit? We're moving in silence. Once we get into the top four, these lot are not gonna know what hit them in it. So let's keep it quiet. We're just very confident at this point, but we're not gonna back you off.
I can't lie. You see these 2-0, 1-0, yeah? The positive thing about them, yes, because if we're spanking teams like 5-4-0, and there's gonna be that high expectations, and when you're what's it called? And then when you're winning like 1-0 and stuff, then it's gonna put more pressure on you. But we can just grind out these 1-0, 2-0s, get the 3 points, top 4. And then at the end of the season, people will look at us, man. But Ray, I think you're talking about Kovacic.
Can I just say?
Yeah, mate. Go on, Scott. What was that about then?
That one, yeah.
Graham Souness,
Wait.
fucking with a
Scott,
passion. Fuck Graham Souness, fucking with a passion.
everyone's worrying about Souness now. What's happened now?
Go and take a look at the. So that's what I was watching because someone linked it to me. The post match thing. He's talking about the penalty. He's said the quote they've got in the caption is he's ran into him. He could have badly damaged him. You can call it cute, but I see it as really dangerous play. He's moaning that Timo Werner should have moved out the way of the keeper, and that he's run into him when he could have moved out the way. He's chatting shit, and he's a dinosaur.
Man is just salty
Dickhead.
because his team lost 4-1 because of a penalty earlier. Now he's just pissy at
And because they've got some dead keeper.
No one's taken
Don't
Graham
fucking
Souness
chat to him.
seriously for years, bruv. No one gives a shit, man.
Yeah, I can't lie. Your people only know him because of his thing with Pogba, bro. Like that's it. Just because of him slating Pogba, people know him, man.
Like, that's just weak, bruv. It's anything just to drop an agenda or some shit like that, man.
But yes, Sky Sports are smart, man. They know he's gonna get him the clicks because he's just like that, man. You get me?
Wait, so what was the direct quotes? What was he saying?
So he said he was talking about the penalty, and he was saying I'd have to watch it again to get. So he was saying that. So he said something about the penalty, and Michael Richards said that's a penalty in the modern game. And he said I hate saying that because it's as though the game's changed. And then he was saying you can call it cute, you can call it simulation, deceit, whatever it is. Which it's none of those. It's none of them.
No, listen to his bell end. I've just seen the direct quotes. He says, Souness on Werner. If he had done the business, Frank would still be in the job. Bruv, if Frank did the business, Frank would still be at the job.
Not this again.
Hang on. If Graham Souness did the business as a manager, he wouldn't be commentating as a pundit.
Let me get the links up on the side,
Shut the
bruv.
fuck up.
Souness chats the most was.
Bro, leave Lampard alone because it was an ugly truth. So just respect it. Don't go into it, man.
Every
You get
day, Frank Lampard or Mason Mount. It's like you actually try and make us forget about the good performances that they have.
Souness on.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's a dickhead, man. That's what I'm saying. If he understood how to manage, if he understood if he had any tactical understanding at all.
This is why no one picked
knew.
Souness for a fucking managerial role. He
No,
just checks out his arse every single time, man.
He just talks so much shit.
What's this one as well? You know what? Santander may be a United fan, but he's spitting fire in that one still. Was there any other direct quotes? CFC Daily might have some.
It was basically that. It was basically the one I got was he's ran into him. He could have badly damaged him. You can call it cute. I see that's really dangerous play. Like, Ramsdale didn't have to dive at his feet. He could have stayed on his feet.
Yeah.
Pulisic was left out today due to family issues.
He gotta watch the Super Bowl. He's watching the Super Bowl.
What was that?
He's watching the Super Bowl for sure. For sure. Family issues, he's watching the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's the soonest thing. I ain't gonna play it.
God, that is so funny.
Soonest is a dinosaur, bro.
Roy Keane describes the Rüdiger own goal as a carry-on movie. That sounds about right.
Oh,
Also, the relationship with Callum Hudson-Odoi and Tuchel is glorious, man.
man,
Everyone was saying there might be issues because he didn't start today, and he explained it perfectly. The guy shouldn't be starting 90 minutes every day at this sort of age as well. I said the same thing with Mason Mount. Mason Mount was getting massively overplayed in periods at the start of the season, and it's good that we're not doing it now with Hudson-Odoi too.
I've just seen I've just seen this video that someone's posted after Graham Souness's thing, and it's of him playing football. Because someone said apparently Souness said Werner could hospitalize Ramsdale, and then I've seen someone like put a video out that said that's back when he was playing, and he literally stamped someone like in the groin, and then tries to claim.
Yeah, but like that. Wait, from Souness's time.
Yeah, but like no.
Yeah, but we know what Souness's time was like. A lot more things you could get away with.
Bro, he's fully like booted him in the balls, man. Like,
Wait, let's see what else the timeline is saying. What else are they talking about?
Oh, that's nasty.
Rüdiger was class minus the brain fart. We're all aware of this. I do want to say that too. Rüdiger had a good game. Well, I say it's before and after the goal. I feel like that one mistake was such a fuckery for him. It finally snapped him into life, and he actually had a good performance past that. There was a lot of really decent blocks after the mistake, but it's still after the mistake. Like, we're lucky we got a penalty straight afterwards.
if I'm being honest, I think for the first couple of minutes, like Shefield was pressing us so hard, and Jorginho was losing the ball a bit, and as well as Kovacic. And I always said that this Jorginho Kovacic pivot is okay for right now, but it could get found out very soon because they're not physical players. Kante is
Hold on. Weak Fairy AC, who can't handle the air, is the third highest aerial duel 1% out of all centre backs in the Premier League.
Oh no, this is more fueling. This is more
Add that to my bookmarks for later, and we will move on.
That's more fuel for
More beautiful AC prop. You do love to see it. On this glorious night sky where the snow is blaring and it's beautiful, and Chelsea got another 3 points. What else do we see? 1 game out of 18 when Jorginho started. He had a shaky performance today for the most part, but I think he grew into the game a lot more. I can say that.
I think we need a midfielder that's like, we need to like find a midfielder that could be like a Cesc Fabregas, like that has that sort of vision and passing, but it's also quite physical in the midfield.
I know, but it's very easy to ask for a Cesc Fabregas, isn't it?
Yeah, but we need someone like that, especially if we have a player like Timo Werner.
To be fair, we have someone that can play that role.
Who? Jorginho?
James.
Who?
Reece James.
Reece James. Well,
let's see.
Not a bad option. He did play midfield for Wigan.
Got in the team of the year as well at CDM.
Yeah, not a bad option at all. And then
that's just sick anyway. I'm just keeping that in my bookmarks. Safe, beautiful.
And he plays players in different positions as well. Like what he did with Marquinhos.
He's ran into him. He could have badly damaged him. You can call it cute. I see that as really dangerous. For sharp man.
That's the video I was watching. The Football Daily one. That one.
Chatting the most was.
Graham Souness, man. He's never
positive. He didn't mean to assist Mount. He got lucky. What? He didn't mean to assist Mount.
What do you mean?
No way.
Look at this stinky agenda from Souness, man. I actually can't be asked. That reeks, bro. Where is it?
No way. No. He didn't mean to assist Mount. He got lucky. What?
What is that? bruv.
Don't be sorry for your team
Yo,
got snapped
guys,
4-1 yesterday.
generally just love some Frank Lampard. They just love some Frank Lampard, boy, because that there.
I forgot how much I hate the media in this country, man.
You see what the thing is, yeah? Like, if these man didn't want Frank Lampard to get sacked, yeah,
Yeah,
they're in it, but like, these man are taking it too far. Like, everything that went wrong for Frank Lampard there.
all of the media is shit. England
Yeah,
is shit.
All of them.
ESPN.
I can't lie, nobody even watches pundits
No.
anymore, man.
Honestly, I don't
Yeah,
make.
and there's good
Fair
fucking reason not to.
I think
Honestly, some pundits are all right. There are some pundits I can
I
watch.
let real.
Emphasis on the word some. The best pundit
Yeah.
I saw was Frank Lampard when he was doing it.
I like Rio Ferdinand.
I like Rio. I like Michael Richards as well.
Shearer. I like Alan Shearer as well.
Alan
That's
Shearer.
clever.
Aaron Shearer is no filter, bro. I like it.
What else we seeing on the timeline? What else about?
Oh, by the way, Werner's no injury, anything serious or?
Yeah, no, I didn't hear anything about it, so it might not be anything. It's just a bit of shake.
Okay.
Oh,
He'll
shit,
probably
man.
be back for
Super chat. Sorry, 1 second. There it is. Souness is a Lamptard. A Lamptard is defined as anyone who believes Frank was done dirty and deserved more time. I prefer to call them Lampard sexuals because that's all we've been called when it was Maurizio Sarri. They were all easy to just call us Sarri sexuals. So I think the same energy should be running for them as well.
Yeah.
Sure, man.
There's
Watch.
Thanks, bro.
Our president is back in as well.
Living.
You see Giroud, yeah?
Yeah.
You see today, I don't know, man. I just feel like
Oh, don't worry,
don't
man.
think he's-
Erling Haaland is coming.
nah, but
No,
I
he's
just
not.
don't think he's gonna
No,
suit
he's not.
Tuchel's system, man.
Coming.
Yeah,
I
Haaland ain't coming.
have
No, he's
full
not.
faith in Roman's bank account. I am chilling.
If Haaland,
I have full faith.
if
We-
Haaland comes to Chelsea, I'll shave myself bald.
Did a man say Haaland?
Get prepared. Get prepared. On live, right? On live, right?
Yeah.
A man
Like,
really
you
did
can
say
clip this.
Haaland. Like, we
If-
can't keep dreaming like that.
If Haaland comes to
We
Chelsea,
gotta make top
over-
four
Why do
first
we have
before
to
we
dream?
think about Erling?
Why do we have to dream when we know what's true? We are the only club that are financially stable to blow whatever we want.
no, we're not.
But we still have to look like an attractive proposition. And first
Exactly.
thing we have to do is make top four.
Fourth, we'll get it.
He's a City fan, bro.
I don't know what which other team he says Leicester City is realistically going to get Erling Haaland, and he did say that if City wins the league, he will go to City. So hopefully,
Yeah,
Did you
City
say
have
that?
already won the league, so
Yeah, it's long.
yeah, I can't lie. I love Haaland, but I
if we
just
win
don't
the
think-
Champions League, no, maybe we could pull him. We could probably compete now.
No.
probably
If
go
we get
City,
top
though.
four, I think we have the quality to go for him. But we gotta get top four first.
No, but you know what it is because I was reading reports that Roman has made him like a clear target. He's identified it, but when it comes to City, it says Pep has been given the funds to. It just says he's been given the funds 200 million, but for us it says that he's actually a target. So we don't know.
Diego Costa's saying we play a false nine, so where would Haaland fit?
We don't.
Because
play a false
Haaland isn't necessarily a number 9.
We don't play a false nine.
We don't.
We just don't have the striker.
No,
to
but
play
the aim
with.
was we were trying to use Christian Pulisic as more of a false 9.
Yeah, then
That's the way it's been
too
looking.
You said Haaland is not a first.
Look at the comment.
He's got to be trolling. He's got to be
Abraham
trolling.
better than Haaland. Come on, bro. Like, all due respect to the guy, but no.
Aggressive.
no.
Yeah, I can't lie.
I think he's a better
can't.
dresser than Haaland, but I don't think he's not on this planet.
My man BX got me, but he
To
understands.
be fair,
what I'm saying about.
you know, is I think I want more established talent in the team, like to get a good array between. We've got good quality youngsters in our team, but if we can get like the proven quality in our team now, then I think there's no stopping us. To be fair, but if
That's
we keep
why I
on
want
getting,
Alaba.
if we keep on getting like youngsters that haven't proved themselves on the main stage with the big upside, the likelihood of us getting their peak is minimal. Like with Havertz, I don't think he's going to be staying here until 28, 29 when he hits his prime, his peak. So if we get more established talent, like say for example with United, they got Fernandes for how much, and he's just 26 now, and he's been tearing the league alight. So I think if we can get some more established talent, then it will leave us in a good place in the future.
Like
Yeah.
who?
I didn't even know, man. Like off the top of my head, I don't want to get roasted for saying this, but like off the top of my head, I can think of like a couple good strikers. Maybe I don't know how old Immobile is, but maybe seeing him or a
Immobile's
couple other
32.
people.
He's like 29. No. He's pretty young, actually.
He's not.
I swear. He's what?
What?
Immobile.
Because I remember back when we had Morata
Oh,
and Higuain.
I would love
He's
for
30.
He just turned 30. Oh, no, he's about to turn 31.
30.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time we fought City for a player was John Stones, and they ended up getting him. But maybe now we could probably attract
No,
Haaland.
but for everyone that's saying that we play a false nine, right? If we have a proper
Oh.
striker, like if we have a $100 million striker, we're gonna build the team around him, right? So
No,
we're not.
no,
playing
sorry.
false-
Man,
we're not gonna.
Can I just say, I've seen someone say Tuchel's known for playing a false nine. No, he's not. At PSG, he played with Mbappe, who is a striker, and Icardi, who is a striker.
and Cavani.
Dortmund, he played with Aubameyang, didn't he, as a striker? Or am I wrong about that?
I played
Yeah, where's this false nine talk coming from? I can't remember this guy.
All it, no, it comes from Pulisic. Did an article with Chelsea talking about how he has a new role under Tuchel, and it's kind of like a false nine. He's playing more as a false nine under Tuchel, and he's interested to see how he adjusts to it.
Yeah, I think
I think it'd be a decent false nine, you know. Like, say we're trying to close the game, we have to take one of our strikers off and slap him at false nine. I wouldn't mind it because he can
Sure.
play cam. I think does he play cam for the American national team?
Yeah, he
That's what
does.
So you get me. So then he's dribbling. It'll probably be. It might be something like Eden Hazard, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
But maybe. But I don't want to see him play there regularly. But just the off time, I don't mind it.
I would love Erling Haaland, to be honest. We're just gonna have to go and splash.
Erling Haaland would finish the whole league off. We'd be able to compete with Man City.
I'd
Yeah.
love Mbappe. It's not happening.
I thought about if the nuts, though, innit?
No. Look, Scott. Right? Let's be perfectly honest. Okay,
Go on.
the stars align. The stars align.
I said the stars
This
are
guy
lying,
is so
bro.
funny.
What
For us to
kind of
sign him.
explanation is that? The stars are lying.
Let me go. Let me keep going. Hold on,
Nah,
bro. Look, he has a 60 million release
man's doing story mode.
Put him
bro.
in spot later.
clause in 2 years. All right, but listen, let's be perfectly honest, okay? But, like Abramovich is not like some sort of like, okay, let's keep bringing on these youth players. He's gonna spend his money to win trophies. Let's be honest. He's gonna win. We're gonna win, bro. Look,
You still haven't said why we're getting Haaland.
it's all about this season. All we gotta do is secure that top four. Once we got that top four next season, we are living good, boys. We're
Bro,
going
you're getting clipped
good.
so
We
bad.
can't- we can't City get Haaland.
Looking good.
Bro,
We
man.
can't City get Haaland.
The moment I said this before, the moment any team gets a whiff that we're going after Haaland, I'm talking United, City, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, even because they'll need a replacement for Lewandowski.
Nah, Madrid are broke. Bayern
Madrid are
might
broke.
be in for him.
No.
City
Look,
will be in for him. But Madrid, I don't see him involved.
you say Madrid are broke, they'll like sell friggin' Isco for like 50 mil or something and just get the money.
Yeah, but
straight
in
away.
this day and age, they also need to find someone who's willing to get fleeced for Isco.
Oh, they'll
They
find
have
someone.
so many They have so many problems, man. I don't think they're worried about.
To be fair, I don't think it's as likely as Dag would say, but I don't think it's not that unlikely as Scott would say. So I'm somewhere in the middle because I do think we do have the funds, and I do think we can finance it through Roman's pockets and whatnot. But on the other hand, you got to look at City and where we're going to finish in the league and everything else. So
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
agree. I think we have the funds. I'm not saying we don't have the funds. I'm saying the moment we go in for him and there's like and even a sniff that we're going after him, you'll have at least 5 other teams going after him.
Maybe we
Because
could
he's
do like
that
this
player.
thing.
I think it might also depend on Timo. You know?
Like what we did, like we waited for everyone like to like not be interested in Ziyech and they just buy him in February. Maybe we could do that next month and maybe just one sniff.
Someone would have probably got him by then.
But to be
man.
fair,
So you sell Ziyech and use the money for Haaland.
to be fair, what Scott was saying is like your point about how other teams would be in for him. I think it's a two horse race between us and City because if you look at Haaland right now, if no one buys him this season, that's in the summer, then in the season coming up, his release clauses for like 70 or 60 million, if I'm not mistaken. So I think he will go this summer, but I think it's a two horse race between us and City because if I remember United didn't want to spend how much on Sancho. 120, 130 million on Sancho. And I think Haaland's going to go for around the same price or just a bit under. And Roman said he clearly wants him as a target. So I think it's more likely than people actually believe it to be.
Yeah, I mean, Roman wants
I think Haaland as well is what Roman wants. Like, I think Roman just really wants a number 9 because all our number 9 here is Werner. Werner's good, but as a lone striker, I still don't know. Giroud is a bit too slow and probably won't fit in Haaland's system. And Abraham has both of the two, parts of both of the two, but just isn't very good at any of them. So he's just there in it. He's just there chilling about. And yeah, he probably wants like Haaland's fast. He's good at shooting. He can be a poacher as well. So I think Roman will really want him. I wouldn't be surprised if we're proper linked with him because I think Roman just really wants a proper number 9. We haven't really had that since like Diego Costa or something.
I think we approach it like this, because City usually gives Pep the money in the summer. We usually have money like all over, like just liquidating all over Chelsea all the time year around. Like we bought Ziyech in February, and if we really wanted Ziyech, we were just gonna get. If we really wanted to get Ziyech quickly, we would have just gotten him in the January transfer window. But they waited until like everything calms down. No one's in for him. It's February. No one's studying transfer. Everyone's just studying to see out the season. And at that time, we went in and get Ziyech. But for right now, Roman just got to get the money and then get Czech over there to Germany to speak with his executives. It's Mino Raiola, tough agent. Is Mino Raiola his agent? Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, Mino Raiola.
Yeah, Mino Raiola is his agent. Tough agent to work with. I really dislike him, but but Pep doesn't like Mino Raiola, so maybe now we could go and get we could be the team that can go in for Haaland because I know Pep necessarily doesn't like Mino Raiola.
I think with Mino Raiola, we might just have to firm him in because I don't think we're gonna have Haaland for a long time if we get him now. We'll probably go like
that goes with the point that I forgot his name. Scott said. Yeah, that about how the players are going to be going about how other teams will start get into the race. Tyree said how we're going to try and do it in secrecy with Ziyech. With Mino Raiola, there's never going to be any secrecy. He's going to put it out to everybody that Chelsea's about to buy him, and he's probably going to try and start a bidding war. Let's be honest. I think it's going to be a bidding war. So I wouldn't be surprised if it gets up to like 130, 135 mil because like we pack on an extra 5 or maybe 10 mil just to scare off everyone else. But I mean, look, for me, it's all about this is somebody that Roman wants, right? When Roman wants somebody, he gets them. Money talks.
Exactly that.
Money talks, bro. So we'll see how it goes. But the only thing restricting us from not getting it is 4th place. So let's try and get 4th. And after that, we'll see.
I think, yeah. The relationship with Mino Raiola and Pep, they don't like each other because of I think it was this Zlatan days back at Barcelona. He was forcing Zlatan out of the club, and then Mino Raiola had to quickly try and find him another move because he just thought that Zlatan was going to settle down at Barcelona, but Mino Raiola had to go and quickly get Zlatan into a different club, and that was a lot of work. So he knows so Pep doesn't necessarily like him. I mean. Mino Raiola doesn't necessarily like to work with Pep Guardiola, and I think there are a couple other players that Mino Raiola probably would have worked with that Pep fell out with as well. So it's going to be difficult. Maybe we could just do the same thing we did with Ziyech, and as Dai said, no, as I didn't even think it through that well. The secrecy about with Mino Raiola is never going to happen. He's a very open agent. So it's going to be tough, but I think we have more of a history than Manchester City to attract him to Chelsea. To be honest, like he knows this is that Chelsea is a 10 times bigger club than Man City, and although Man City's been doing well for the past 5-10 years, we've been doing well for the past 17 to 20 years.
And also, Man City have kind of apart from the Champions League, they kind of won everything. So I'm not gonna say that motivation isn't there, but I'm saying if Haaland comes here, he's coming when we're on the brink of doing something really good with Tuchel. So if he comes in, he's gonna he's gonna make that even better. So and then if we do win something big next season, he's gonna be there. Whereas with City, they've kind of already won everything domestically. And if they win the Champions League this year, Haaland's gonna go there, and I'm not gonna say the players are gonna not look motivated, but they're not gonna be as motivated. You get me? Because these men have won everything. Of course, they're not gonna be that motivated. Whereas with us, we're trying to save our season and then trying to win, probably challenge for the league next year, and then probably trying to win the Champions League the next year or something like that, or win the league after the year before that. So Haaland, you might see it and be like,
yeah,
these players, I can be part of these players who are hungry to do things.
But bro, you know,
as well. It's about
City player.
I think it's about the age gap as well. Because if you think about it, if you go to the Man City team, right, the only player that he's going to be with that actually like is around his age group is like Phil Foden, right? Like there is like they have an aging squad. So like it's not like it's gonna be a dynasty where he's gonna keep on building. Like with us, like if he comes here, the age group that he's gonna be with, like it's all equal.
No, that might help him.
Is like 23.
Huh?
I said you got Ruben Diaz, Zinchenko, Stones isn't exactly old. Cancheo's only like 27, I want to say.
yeah, Sterling's 26.
Senior players might help him in his development.
Yeah.
No, do you know what?
I'm talking about players like KDB's not going to fall out for quite some time, but like players like Fernandinho, who's very key to that team, right? You got players like Aguero, who damn nearly carried their team the past 2 title-winning seasons, right?
Yeah.
So
No, 100%, bro. I get what you mean, but
Riyad Mahrez as well is getting older as well. Like there's players that are getting older.
bro. At the end of the day, it works both ways. But like with us, you got Thiago Silva, Kante, and whatnot, Aspilicueta, all in their final legs. But you know what it is, bro. At the end of the day, you gotta realize that City need that one piece of the puzzle to win the Champions League. And I hear what Ryan was saying about players being motivated and whatnot.
They need Christensen, but he's at Chelsea, so it is
They
what
need-
it is.
No. The thing is,
bro,
say they win the Champions. Say they win the Champions League this year, yeah. They've won. Pep has won everything he can. No, I'm just saying hypothetically, yeah.
Sorry.
Say they do win it, which they got a strong. I don't know if they have a strong chance, but they're probably favourites there. If they win it this year and Haaland walks into that team, are the players really going to be motivated? They've won everything domestically.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Yeah, but I was just saying that, like, sorry, Tyrese. I was just like, if I'm Haaland in his position, Chelsea, like how I feel about Chelsea out of it, I'm joining City. They've got a better team. They're more likely to win something. I'm more likely to win personal trophies there, like the Golden Boot, even the Ballon d'Or, stuff like that. There, like there is no reason for me to go to Chelsea out of the two.
and
There's
that
He was a City fan growing up as well. And his father
Oh
played
yeah,
there as
he
well.
was. So, I'm trying to just be confident, man.
That's fair, but again, like this is all about do City have the bread for it?
Nah, they definitely do.
You have to
They
bet
definitely
for
do.
He's trying to call you.
He's trying to
He's
call
trying to
me
give
in
you that
Raiola.
call, bro.
Nah, they definitely got the bread for it, bro.
Mino on the phone, but hey yo, bro, it's not working. They don't like it.
I
They
thought he was
definitely
trying to
have
put
the
me in
bread
a
for it.
Raiola and not trying to persuade. Like,
I final question. I want to go around the panel and check you guys' thoughts. Left wing back for the next league match. Newcastle United. Who do you guys want to see play? Scott, I'll start with you.
Chilwell. Emerson maybe, but I'd say Chilwell. I didn't think he had a bad game, and I don't want to see Alonso playing. He's genuinely the most immobile player I've ever seen play football.
Tyrese, chat to me as well. Your thoughts?
Next league game, I'll probably play Chilwell as well. Yeah, Alonso to me doesn't have enough legs anymore. I think we should have cashed him on him in January, but I don't think no one wanted him because no one really plays with a wing back system. Only thing I can really see playing him in the future is probably like a Lazio or like an Atalanta that plays that sort of system, and probably Antonio Conte back at Inter. But nah, I don't want to see Alonso starting all the time. Don't get me wrong, when he plays left wing back, he plays well, but nah. I prefer I much rather trust Ben Chilwell, and you can't if you're adapting to a role, you can't exactly just leave him out the team and stuff like that. You got to play him there so you can get accustomed to it. So yeah, Chilwell for me. I don't like Emerson. Emerson to me is like moving forward. He's not that great. Defending, he's not that great. But Chilwell could move forward and he could defend when he has to. So Chilwell.
All right, Ryan, chat to me now. There's 2 Chilwell shouts.
Hudson-Odoi, bro. Hudson-Odoi left wing back, yeah. Because first of all, I think like Alonso's just Alonso in it. Like he'll probably, if we play him, he'll probably drop a 3 out of 10 because that's just Alonso in it. And Chilwell, I don't know, man. He's been shaky the past 2 games, and I feel like if we have Hudson-Odoi there and then play Azpilicueta as left centre back, so without possession, we have Azpilicueta as kind of like a left back. And then, but also because they have Saint Maximum as well. So if we play Hudson-Odoi a right wing back, then he might get caught out. Whereas if we have like Reece James there, who's a little bit more defensive than Hudson-Odoi, then I wouldn't say he can deal with Saint Maximum, but it's a little bit more solid. You get me? So I'd have Hudson-Odoi there and then stick Reece James on the other side, bro. Because Hudson-Odoi as well, because he's not even gonna play as a left wing back. He's probably gonna play as a left winger. You get me? So like he's very good there as well. That's like I want to say his best position, but I think that's his most favored position as well. So he can cut in from there. He can cross it in first time. And yeah, so I just play Hudson-Odoi at left wing back, man.
So Hudson-Odoi left wing back. Interesting shout. Dag, come to me now. Your thoughts?
Yeah, exact same. I'd play Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, whichever one is fit, whichever one is getting to go. I mean, it's all about, for me, it's about, dude, I'm sorry, but I don't find either of them fast enough to be playing that position. Because when you're playing, like, look at Fulham, right? If you look at their wing backs, the pace that they have, they literally just kick it from the center and just kick it to the wings as far as they can, and they just chase it down. And they get it every single time. It's just the pace that you need from on a wing back position. It's I don't know, but I just don't feel like either of them can fulfill that role. Attacking wise, technical skills wise, I think they can, but just the pace, I don't know. And I feel like Hudson-Odoi, again, I would prefer to see him on the left wing back spot because he can cut in, like Ryan was saying. Like there was chances today that Reece James was cutting in and trying to shoot with his left. And I'm sorry, but I love your right foot, but your left it's a little iffy. But it was like hopefully I felt like we could have created a bit more chances had we had another winger out on the pitch today. As much as I love Mason Mount and Werner on the 2 cam roles, they kind of struggle to dribble around defenders, and I think it'll be a little easier having some sort of winger out on the pitch.
Okay, and Kazilla, final question to you, bro. We've got 2 for Hudson-Odoi. We got 2 for Ben Chilwell. What are you saying, bro?
It's gonna stay a stalemate because I'm gonna go with my man Emerson Palmieri. For me, bro, 100%, bro. I'll pick Palmieri. For me, Palmieri moves the ball quickly. For me, Chilwell does not move the ball quickly enough. For me, every time the ball goes to the left side, Chilwell slows down the play. He takes an extra touch and it forces the opposition to press him, and he loses the ball. For me, I'm not a big fan of Ben Chilwell. Like we were starving at the left back position and we got ripped off for him, in my opinion. Like for me, I wouldn't go with Ben Chilwell. For me, he hasn't warranted a start for me, even though it's a rotational game in the FA Cup. He's like, for me, I'm not a big fan of Chilwell.
About the next league game or the next FA Cup game? Because the FA Cup game is going to be Emerson. I think it's the league.
You know, is with Palmieri, right? He moves the ball quickly. Like as much as you guys, everyone doesn't like how he does defensively. In this Tuchel system, we need players to move the ball quickly. This is the most important thing in our system. So I think Palmieri will do that.
Emerson, I'd rather see Emerson than Alonso.
Bro, let me just finish this. bro. For me, like going forward, I wouldn't mind seeing Marcos Alonso as long because he's played that position and he's been experienced for me, but. If we're seeing Chua at left back, let's give Emerson a chance to see what he can do at left wing back. Because for me, you know what I'm saying, I've said it like 10 times. He moves the ball quickly, and that's what I want to see what my left wing backs can do.
Flashbacks of the Arsenal game where he got taken off. Bro. That was the last time he played wing back. But we'll see, man. But I'd rather see, to be honest, I'd rather see Emerson there than Chilwell and
I'd rather see Emerson there than Alonso.
But we're talking about what are your thoughts on Hudson-Odoi because they're playing left wing back, bro? He done it for like 30 minutes against Wolves.
I don't know, man. Like it sounds nice in theory, but if we're talking about a left wing back, we're going to need to favor a player that's left-footed coming back on the transition. For me, Hudson-Odoi could get caught out playing left wing back because he is right-footed.
So where did you play Hudson-Odoi, bro?
I'll play Hudson-Odoi against in the next game, yeah. I'll play him in
Newcastle. Forget the FA Cup game.
on the right side, on the right side of the two cams. For me, Hudson-Odoi, right? If we play him left wing back, he's going to be very
Cool,
predictable.
that's fair. That's
Like,
fair. I thought you were going to say
Hudson-Odoi,
right wing back.
Bro, with Hudson-Odoi, like we have to understand that he's very one-footed, so it's going to be very predictable and to close him down and whatnot. He won't cross it with his left foot, so I think he's most effective on the right, where he's more direct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. But guys, we're gonna head off because I gotta set up the live phone in as well. Do hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Smash the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. We're through with another W. We're 1 point behind Liverpool in 4th place. They've got Leicester City next. We got Newcastle next, and Newcastle actually lost to these, so we can be optimistic about this one. We are going to leave you, as per usual, with a photo of the Danish brick wall himself, Andreas Christensen. And we'll see you on Blues Fans TV in half an hour's time. You lot take care, like and subscribe.